Hi, 7Xers. This is the video that goes along with assignment number 12, and we are solving proportions. So let's say you have the proportion x plus 3 over x plus 7 equals 1/3. You know from Math 7 that we can solve this proportion by cross multiplying. We could multiply the 1 by the x plus 7 and the 3 by the x plus 3, and to make it a proportion, those two products would have to come out equal. So it would look like this: 1 times x plus 7 in parentheses equals 3 times x plus 3 in parentheses, and then we're just going to solve that equation. Now multiplying by 1 doesn't change anything. That's just x plus 7. Distribute the 3 there, and you're going to get 3x plus 9. Now just solve your equation like normal. I'm going to subtract an x from both sides and get 7 equals 2x plus 9. I'm going to subtract a 9 from both sides and get negative 2 equals 2x. Then I could divide both sides by 2, and I get negative 1 equals x. Now you can check and make sure that you did this okay by plugging in negative 1 for x back in the original proportion. So it would say negative 1 plus 3 over negative 1 plus 7. We want to know if that's really the same as 1/3. Well, negative 1 plus 3 is 2. Negative 1 plus 7 is 6. 2/6 is the same as 1/3. So that tells me I had my right answer, the right answer for x. Now, let's say you have complex fractions. Like, remember, a complex fraction is when you have fractions inside of fractions, either in the numerators or the denominators or both. So like 1/4 over x plus 9 equals 1/3 over x minus 20. Same idea. We're going to cross multiply. We're going to multiply 1/3 by x plus 9. And we're going to set that equal to 1/4 times x minus 20. You can distribute here. That's 1/3 x. 1/3 times 9, or 1/3 of 9, is 3. On this side, 1/4 x. And then 1/4 of 20 is 5. It's a negative 20 though, so it's really going to be a negative 5. Now we're ready to solve our equation. Let's see, I'll subtract 1/4 x from both sides, which either I need to use a fraction button or get a common denominator. The common denominator is 12, so this is 4/12 minus 3/12, which is 1/12 x plus 3 equals negative 5. I can subtract 3 from both sides, and I get 1/12 x equals negative 8. Remember to get rid of that fraction by multiplying by the reciprocal, 12 over 1. That'll cancel out everything there. Multiply by 12 over 1 on that side. And 8 times 12 is 96, so that's going to be a negative 96. Now, even if that feels easy, stay with me for the last two. I'm going to do 8x plus 16 over 6 equals 12x plus 24 over 9. Now watch what happens when I cross multiply here. 6 times 12x plus 24 is going to equal 9 times 8x plus 16. I can distribute, and I get 72x plus 144. And if I distribute here, I get 72x plus 144. Hopefully the light bulb's going off and you're realizing, wait a second, they're exactly the same on both sides. If they're exactly the same on both sides, that's when it's infinite solutions. Any value I plugged in for x would make those two sides the same because they say exactly the same thing. If you didn't notice that and you kept solving it by subtracting 72x from both sides, then your x's are gone on both sides and you have 144 equals 144, which is always true, meaning any solution you plug in for x will work in your equation. One more, stay with me. This time I'm going to solve the equation 12x minus 3 over 2 equals 6x. Now I want you to realize if you don't have a denominator here, you can put that over 1 just like we always do. You can cross multiply here. 2 times 6x is 12x. 12x minus 3 times 1 is just 12x minus 3. Now hopefully you're looking at that and saying, wait a second, that side's 12x. This side is 12x minus 3. Those can never come out to be the same. That's no solutions. Or if you didn't notice that and you keep solving it, subtract 12x from both sides. You've got nothing left on this side of the equation, so I'm going to put a 0 there. On this side you have negative 3. It says 0 equals negative 3, which makes no sense at all. That's never true. That's an indicator that this proportion has no solutions. I hope this helps with today's lesson. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.